start grabbing so I can get comfortable?
Sure.
Should we wait till he gets all the way down? Let's step up.
Enjoy your walk.
You ready? All right, let's go. Watch your step with the canvas. I love you. Okay.
Jess and Mike, this is it. Welcome to your wedding. Just before the two of you arrived underneath this chuppah, this wedding canopy, Jess, you circled Mike 7 times, taking part in an ancient Jewish ritual called hakafot, which means encirclement or circling. The circle and the number 7 are ancient Jewish symbols of perfection. So both the shape of Jess's path and the number of times she traveled that path are there to remind the two of you of one overarching theme of this day. That theme is that this moment is nothing short of perfection. This chuppah, this Jewish wedding canopy above your heads, also represents perfection. The canopy represents your first home together as a married couple. And the reason why it is deemed perfect is because of the way it is structured. You will notice that the chuppah is open on many of its sides. It is built this way to represent the value of hospitality. It represents the hope that your home together will always remain open to visitors. The house that is open to guests is regarded as an ideal home in Jewish tradition. So why all these reminders of perfection? After all, isn't your love perfect enough? You two have known that you are perfect for each other from the very beginning. Are these other symbols of perfection really all that necessary? Jess and Mike, not only are these reminders necessary, but they are especially necessary for the two of you. Because part of what makes the two of you so great, part of what makes the two of you an amazing couple, is that for the two of you in your individual lives, perfect is never perfect enough. Mike, since you were 8 years old, I have seen you field thousands and thousands of ground balls. Flawlessly, I might add. I have seen you make plays that others would never have come close to making. And never once did one great play inspire you to let up, even a bit, from working even harder and chasing down perfection. Jess, while I haven't known you since you're 8, I have seen your attention to detail. I have witnessed your careful thinking, whether that has been in the way that you think about Jewish history and theology, or whether that is the attention to detail with every bit of planning for this ceremony. Even the way that your guests are seated here, right now, reflects that attention to detail. Jess, most of the guests that are on your side are seated intentionally opposite your side instead of on your side, so that they can get the best possible view of your face on your wedding day. Mike, your guests are opposite you so that they can get the best possible view of your face on your wedding day. When you told me this plan, I thought to myself, who thinks of this stuff? The answer is that both of you do. Your individual quests for perfection are amazing. You two never accept the status quo. You never stop striving to be better. You two have a drive that is unparalleled. And that is what makes this moment even more incredible and even more special. What's incredible about tonight is that two people like you, who never stop chasing down perfection and never accept anything as perfect enough in your individual lives, have found perfection. You both have found complete rest, complete satisfaction, complete perfection in each other. You two are a perfect fit. So welcome to your wedding. Welcome to this moment of perfection. Take a look around. Literally, I mean that. Go ahead, take a look around. Take this all in. Don't ever let this moment go. Jess and Mike, I will now say a blessing over the wine, which we have over here, to begin this ceremony. In this case, this cup of wine is not just the beginning of the ceremony, but it also takes on extra special meaning for both of you. This cup represents your value and dedication to family. The cup that you have chosen to drink from is Jess's grandparents' cup that they used in their home. May drinking from this cup connect the two of you to a long line of moments when this cup was raised to happiness and raised to life. And may the two of you and your families have many more reasons to raise this glass in the future. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Praised are you, God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. I'll invite both of you to take a sip.
After
Ladies
you.
first. Yeah.
It's delicious.
Made it. Jess and Mike, believe it or not, it is time to exchange rings. Jason, that is your cue.
Thank you, my good man.
Those will all add Jason.
Thank you.
As you may notice, your rings are round. One reason they are round is so that they can comfortably fit on your fingers. But additionally, the shape of these rings remind us that a circle has no stopping point, no end. Just as these rings have no end, may this moment never cease in your minds. May the sight of your partner placing your ring on your finger and the sound of your partner reciting words from our ancient Jewish tradition never leave your memories. So you're already facing each other, and so I will ask Mike, go ahead and place Jess's ring on her finger. I'm going to hand you the microphone to say a line from our Jewish tradition.
Hare,
Hooray.
at,
At.
mekudeshet,
Mekudeshet.
li,
Li.
betabaat,
Betaba'at.
zo,
Zo.
kedat,
Kedat.
Moshe,
Moshe.
Israel.
V'Yisrael.
Behold,
Behold,
you are betrothed to me
you are betrothed to me
according to the laws
according to the laws
of Moses and Israel.
of Moses and Israel.
Jess, I'll ask you to place Mike's ring on his finger. And I'll give you the microphone to recite another line from our Jewish tradition.
Ani,
Ani,
ledodi,
Ledodi,
vedodi,
Vedodi,
li.
Li.
I am my beloved,
I am my beloved,
and my beloved is mine.
and my beloved is mine.
Mike and Jess, congratulations. In the eyes of Jewish tradition, you are officially engaged, but not quite married yet. In fact, throughout history, all of the things that you have done up until now, the blessing over the wine, the exchange of rings, would have happened months before a couple's wedding ceremony. In the past few centuries, these rituals were combined with the rituals that we will do next to make the modern Jewish wedding ceremony complete. But here in the 21st century, we encounter another issue about you two being officially engaged tonight. As we all know, you two got engaged a while ago, long before today. In fact, Mike, you even set it up so that you have both video and pictures to prove that you got engaged a while ago. So why continue with these rituals? Why did you two choose to go through the process of getting engaged again tonight? When we first began planning for your wedding ceremony, I asked the two of you about why you wanted to include all of these Jewish rituals. And your answers were touching. You spoke about how the Jewish tradition connects you with your families and with your past. And you spoke about how these Jewish rituals represent your Jewish identity. You two not only show this connection to family through these rituals, but also in the way that you live your lives. In addition to this connection to your family and your ancestors, there is something else that is quite powerful about the rituals of this wedding. Rituals not only connect you to the past, but they are also an invitation to think about your future. People have stood under the chuppah for thousands of years, and while much of the ritual has been the same for centuries, each couple, and on this day, the two of you, bring new life to these rituals. Jess and Mike, like your Jewish ancestors, you two are people of tradition and ritual, but you do it in your own very unique way. Mike, your tradition is the tradition of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but your tradition is also the tradition of Ruth, DiMaggio, and Jeter. Jess, you are a woman of valor, like our foremothers Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, but you are also a woman influenced by Audrey Hepburn, Coco Chanel, and Martha Stewart, pre-legal issues, of course. Jess and Mike, you two show great loyalty to family and tradition through your commitment and dedication to them, and you also show commitment and dedication to each other by being exactly who you are. As part of the process of preparing for today, I asked both of you to write to me about each other. And what I discovered is that the two of you already have wonderful rituals that you have created together in addition to the ones you are partaking in tonight. Mike, you wrote the following about Jess. There's a moment when I come home from work, right before I enter the house. Most days she's waiting for me next to the entrance, and I know it. So as I put the key in the door and I think about her waiting for me on the other side, the anticipation kills me. It's a split second, but it feels like an eternity. I can't wait to be greeted by that smile of hers. It melts me every time that door finally opens. Jess, you shared similar feelings about the time that you and Mike shared together. You wrote, "Hanging out with Mike is my favorite thing to do. Of all the things we have experienced together, from traveling to Europe to ziplining on Hunter Mountain, I prefer dinner at our favorite restaurant, and then catching up on our favorite shows." Mike, it is clear how much you love Jess. Turning the key to walk into your house has reached the level of something sacred, something incredibly exciting. Jess, your love for Mike is so strong that your favorite moments are arguably when the two of you are doing the most common things. The things you wrote about are commonplace for most, but not for the two of you. You two find joy, you find happiness in each other. Tonight here at your wedding, you two are accompanied by blessings, by song, by family, and by friends. But on most nights, when you aren't at your own wedding, you two have yet another, rather adorable practice that needs no musical accompaniment, no audience. All it requires is the two of you. Mike, you wrote, "Sometimes, after she's made me one of her world-famous dinners, we'll share a slow dance. No music, just us, swaying from side to side. For a few minutes, the world stops. I never want those dances to end." Jess, you shared those sentiments too. When asked what you wanted to promise Mike, you wrote the following: "I promise to always be your biggest supporter and fan in everything you do. I promise to continue dancing with you when there is no music. I promise to communicate and compromise. I promise to never stop making you shrimp parmesan." Mike, you promised the following to Jess: "I promise I will always put the health of our relationship ahead of my own desires, and I promise to be the man you have always dreamt you would marry." Jess and Mike, my hope for you is that your ability to find happiness in the simple things in life, the ability to dance without music, and the ability to dance to the music of life stays with you always. At this time, I am going to recite the Sheva Brachot, the 7 blessings. These blessings have been offered to partners under their wedding canopies for thousands of years, and tonight it is my distinct honor to recite them for the two of you. Before I do, I must note that all 7 of these blessings are in Hebrew, and while I haven't taken a formal poll of the crowd, I'm going to assume that 1 or 2 of us may not have brushed up on our Hebrew in a while. So, what should we all do when I recite these ancient traditional blessings? A blessing can take on many meanings, but one notable function is that blessings are the mode through which our ancestors, and us modern folks, express gratitude and hope. What are we grateful for right now in this moment? What do all of us invited here tonight hope and wish for this amazing couple? Whatever comes to you, I invite you to hold that thought or that feeling in your hearts and minds as I recite these 7 blessings. Jess and Mike, I think it's pretty clear what you two are grateful for here tonight. So as I recite these blessings for you, I invite you to think about your partner. Think of the moment you met in Israel. Think of the moments you've shared since. May you be blessed to build many more wonderful memories in this new chapter of your life together that you are beginning tonight. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara lichvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam betzalmo b'tzelem demutav nito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adeyad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam sos tasis v'tagel ha'akara b'kibutz baneha v'tocha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach Tzion bebaneha. Sameach tesamach re'im ha'ahubim kesamech techa yitzircha began eden mikedem. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan ve'chala. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sasan v'simcha chatan ve'kala. Asher bara sasan v'simcha chatan ve'kala. Gila bina ditza ve'cherva hava ve'achava ve'shalom ve'reut. Me'era Adonai Eloheinu yeshama be'arei Yehuda u'bechutzot Yerushalayim. Kol sason ve'kol simcha, kol chatan ve'kol kala. Kol sason ve'kol simcha, kol chatan ve'kol kala. Kol mitzalot chatanim mechupatam, u'ne'arim imishte neginatam. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan im hakala. Jess and Mike, in making this wedding uniquely yours, you have written your own interpretation of these blessings. So I will recite your interpretations here. If anyone is interested in the literal translation of the blessings, you can ask me afterwards or look it up on Wikipedia. Jess and Mike, you wrote the following. We feel blessed and grateful for the fruit of the vine. We feel blessed and grateful for all that makes us feel fulfilled. We feel blessed and grateful for all those that love us. We feel blessed and grateful for all those here that care for us. We feel blessed and grateful for all those who have a safe home to return to. We feel blessed and grateful for all those that support us as a couple. We feel blessed and grateful for joy and gladness, mirth, delight, love, peace, and companionship. We are thankful for all that causes us to rejoice, with one another. And I'll invite us all to say together, Amen. And so for the second time since we began these 7 also with a blessing over the wine, we can take a sip.
It's still delicious. It's chill.
Jess and Mike, now that you have been sufficiently blessed and that you promised yourselves to each other by the power vested in me by the state of New Hampshire, it is with great happiness that I declare you, Jessica Ekman, and you, Michael Rakowski, married in accordance with the laws of Moses and Israel. However, there is still one thing left to be done. Mike, it is time for you to break the glass. There are many reasons why Jewish couples break a glass at a wedding. Some scholars actually think that before all the reasons were ascribed to the practice, a glass was originally broken to alert the rowdy and sometimes tipsy crowd attending the wedding that it was finally over. The noise would indicate that it was time to party. Over the centuries, breaking the glass has also taken on many other meanings, such as remembering the great temples in Jerusalem. But more recently, glass has been used as an amazing metaphor for couples. Like relationships, glass is fragile. However, when the right people find each other like you two have, the broken glass is actually a testament to your strength as a couple. Once this glass is broken, it will never be able to be put back together. Once you stomp on this glass, may your marriage last as long as it would take to reassemble each piece of the broken glass. In celebration and in hope of a wonderful and long marriage, when the glass breaks, we all here tonight will shout Mazel Tov, meaning good luck or congratulations. And with those 2 words, the 2 of you will officially begin your lives as a married couple. So Mike, I have a deal for you.
All right.
If you smash this glass, you can kiss your bride.
Amen.
Just wait till I'm not here. Go for it. Mazel Tov!
So beautiful. Wait a second. You ready? Yes. Let's rock.
Now you can stand next to you, and I'm just going to follow behind you.
All right. Great. Where are we headed?
Up to our
To your room?
Yeah.
Very cool. That's great.